Yo, what's up, them boys, man? Is it true? Is Thunderbolts worth all the hype? Yes. Marvel is taking the first steps. If you see what I did there, you see what I did there. They're taking their first steps back to redemption. Okay, with this Thunderbolts, the new let me not spoil it. You know what I'm saying? But some adept, content creators and some of those comic book fans have already been peeping a lot of this stuff. You know what I'm saying? With the asterisks, a lot of those people were right. With one of those people being confirmed not in the movie anymore, that's going to be talked in the spoilers. What else? This movie is actually fun as hell. I'm not gonna lie. Florence Pugh put on I'm not gonna say a masterclass because she's obviously done has had better roles and shit like that. But her in this movie right here, Yelena in this movie. I'm not gonna lie, she Yelena might got it, to be honest. She might actually be my favorite Avenger out of this whole thing. I don't know if it's because it's just, I spoiled it. She's my favorite Thunderbolt in this whole thing. I don't know if like it's because we were with her the whole time. And oh my god, I love Ryan Luke Harper. Is that his name? The Red Warrior, the British Warrior, the Red Falcon, bro. He is hilarious in this movie, bro. Oh my god, yo, this movie was actually really fun just to watch and experience. I haven't had a Marvel movie like this where it's just, yeah, the stakes are like there. You know what I'm saying? How are they gonna beat this person? You know they're gonna beat him. How are they gonna figure it out? You know what I'm saying? But just seeing them go throughout their adventure, the first time they actually engage with each other is them fighting. I saw it from the trailer, it was a fight scene and shit like that. But I didn't think the first time they all met each other is gonna be them trying to whoop each other's ass and shit like that. Maybe I should have expected that, but I wasn't watching all the trailers to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? I was getting Suicide Squad vibes at first. You know what I'm saying? Because this is a ragtag team of heroes who are, I mean, villains who come together to stop, this one big force. And the person who has them there, hired them, but it's not really, oh, I have bombs on your head and shit like that. It's just more, I hired you and I need to get rid of you guys now because this evidence, you guys all know about it and you cannot know. Okay. Yo, I had to come in for this next part. This is going to be after recording. I forgot to tell you guys there's this one scene in the movie where you see the introduction of Century, bro, and it's a one shot. Oh, that was a great way to show some power. And I don't know if people are going to talk about that one shot, but that shot right there was clean as hell. I almost didn't notice it was one shot until I'm like halfway in the scene. I'm like, did not cut. This thing has not cut. I don't know if it was a natural. You know how Marvel go down. I don't know if it was a natural one take or that was a one take. I mean, it's CGI. It couldn't have been natural and shit like that. But it was cool to see otherwise, other than that, honestly. All right, that's it. The rest is going to get into spoiler territories, bro, because I cannot talk about this film without spoiling it, dude. I just can't. You know what I'm saying? Century puts on a great performance in here. Bob, once you see Bob in here, oh my gosh, you already could tell. You already tell what's gonna happen when you see him. How they get all the information, how his clothes is laid out. It's so basic and the most marvelous. Oh, we got his costume designs and shit. I mean, it was cool. It's cool to see it. It's cool just to see. Oh, okay, this is the files. But Elena picks up the exact file that it's gonna be and shit like that. Like, it's cool for the plot. You know what I'm saying? It's cool for the plot. Century in this movie was really good. I was surprised actually. I didn't know how they were gonna handle Century because I don't really read the comics for Century or know him that much as a character. I just know he is really strong. He's supposed to be like, I guess, the Marvel Superman. But I was gonna be like, if he's the Marvel Superman, handle this. But once you learn more about the character and you see, oh, he has this void thing, and it's egos and shit like that. I'm like, oh, okay, I can understand how they can beat him. And then when you see the ending, and it's not just some big ass fight, it's just some real homie, like some real, like the writing, you have to believe the two characters that are in this final moment. And even all the characters around, I'm not gonna lie, like you really have to believe the chemistry that they have built throughout this film for it to really land. And I'm not gonna lie, it did land. It landed for it to be a bit believable. I'm like, oh damn, Bob, boy, that's my Bob. It was overall, it was a good film, man. I enjoyed it. I definitely enjoyed it. It confirmed. Now we're gonna go into deep, deep territory Okay, now we're going to deep spoilers. Okay, it confirmed that they are the new Avengers. Okay, well, there's some inkling there because Sam Wilson, the real Captain America, is actually it. They're having a little squabble right now. The new Avengers and Sam. He's like, bro, I'm trying to make my own Avengers team. How you can't be the new Avengers and shit like that? Apparently, he trademarked the name and shit like that. Now I'm spoiling the after credit scene. Okay, I'm not trying to do too much. But bro, this movie, going into it, I didn't have no expectations going into crazy. I just know this movie's coming out before Fantastic Four. And we've already seen the Fantastic Four trailer with Galactus stepping into New York. We seen his shadow was the damn near the whole state of New York City, okay? This after credit scene confirms that in Fantastic Four, that world that they're in, that bit is about to get clipped. I think seeing that scene at the end definitely made me excited, dude. Okay, seeing their spoilers now. Spoilers. It doesn't show you what happens. It doesn't show you a lot, but you see the ship come in, and you hear what the Otacon is saying. I said Otacon, but if you hear what the thing is saying, the information is giving them to Yoletta and them, this is an extra dimensional spaceship. They were like, what the fuck? And then it cuts out, and then you see the ship flying in, and it was a Fantastic Four. But yeah, man, overall, I did enjoy the film, man. It is one of those ones where I hope they don't change the name of it, for later marketing, because you know what I'm saying. Once everything, the dust settles and things like that, and everyone knows the name of the actual, film, it'll be fun to get more reactions and see. But yeah, overall, I did enjoy this film. I'm not gonna give it a rating because I don't really do that. I'm gonna just say, if you like Marvel, this was a nice little shakeup. It's still familiar to something that you know, but it is good to just see a whole different cast of characters. I mean, some of them, like John Walker and shit, Yelena, you already know. But like, it was good to see them. Like, I didn't think the chemistry was gonna be that good. Honestly, they really held their own. And I'd rather see this team, honestly, more than the Avengers team that we had before. No offense to that, but like Steve Rogers and them and shit like that. I like that their arc ended after Endgame. It's good that they're not coming back. That's why all of this is definitely confirming the Robert Downey Jr. coming back is going to be an alternate universe Doom. It's going to be all different. Okay, what I'm saying? We do not need the OG Avengers back in a true form for like a whole movie run. Please don't do this. I know I'm getting into a whole rant and shit like that, but I think this movie did so well and is getting a lot of good reviews because it's a new cast, and this cast is actually a bit enjoyable. I'm not gonna lie, they're enjoyable, and it's fun to see. Like, okay, none of them have superpowers really. How are they gonna get through this? Like, it's actually close to home and shit like that. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like, it's cool to see, what I'm saying, Captain America and shit like that, and Hulk, and Thor. It's cool to see that. It is cool. But the power scaling, it was getting a little old now. It was getting a little old. I like to see it when the power scale really looks like, oh shit, our team is really fucked up. They gonna figure out how they're gonna do this. This was a good little reset for Marvel, bro, and I enjoy it. That's why seeing what happened at the end of this film, at the post credit scenes, is making me even more excited for Fantastic Four. You know why? Because that shit is gonna get clipped for them, man. They're gonna fail New York, man. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm gonna talk to you later. Peace.